£1 million in pure net profit. In the UK hospitality industry, that metric is the definitive benchmark, separating standard managers from the elite 1% of operators. Mark Tulloch reached that benchmark, but his foundational training for high-level management didn't come from a business school. It came from violence. Early in his life, he operated on a repeating psychological loop: a surge of adrenaline, a rigid attempt to assert control, and an eventual, unavoidable collapse. He processed that intense internal pressure physically, fighting in underground brawls and stepping into the ring for unlicensed amateur boxing matches. A nervous system conditioned to seek out extreme pressure and conflict is uniquely suited to the grueling demands of high-volume business operations. The environment of premium UK hospitality operates on constant friction. Every shift is an onslaught of immediate demands, supplier delays, and split-second decisions. He channeled his drive for control directly into operational discipline. He took ownership of multi-venue profit and loss statements and managed teams of over 150 staff members. The external success required a significant internal toll. He carried the entire financial and administrative load, masking deep emotional exhaustion and chronic hyperresponsibility. Brute force management can scale revenue, but absorbing that level of complexity creates an internal vacuum that eventually forces a break. He scaled that approach to the Indonesian market, taking on the management of more than 70 luxury villas and 220 local staff at Bali Realty. The environment changed. He moved from a rigid, highly structured UK system into an opaque, relationship-driven market, where standard operating procedures frequently break down. The internal pressure finally gave way. He experienced a complete, undiagnosed mental collapse, resulting in being sectioned, bankrupted, and divorced. He did not fail from a lack of discipline. His nervous system simply reached the absolute limit of what it could process and depleted itself. Any business system built entirely on a single human being's adrenaline and hyper-responsibility has a hard limit. Crossing that line destroys the operator. He received a medical diagnosis of bipolar type 1. Instead of accepting it as a clinical defect, he chose to reframe the condition as an untrained superpower. He developed a philosophy called containment must be strictly separated from operational responsibility to regulate the nervous system. Repetitive, chaotic, administrative tasks are the primary cause of human burnout. To survive, a business owner must outsource that friction. Artificial intelligence provides the structural containment needed to absorb the chaos so the human doesn't have to. It acts as a buffer between the operator and the administrative noise. Deploying technology as a strict, non-negotiable boundary transforms a psychological vulnerability into a resilient operating system. This became the foundation for his unified brand, Lumindra. He translated these operational scars into a deployed service, launching Bali AI Consulting to build practical tech infrastructure for local businesses. He applied the same logic to the speculative real estate market by founding the Bali Property Intelligence Network, or BPIN. This radar chart plots property viability across 5 quantitative pillars: yield, location, demand, liquidity, and risk. It replaces aesthetic guesses with hard data. By running 3-tier scenario modeling on these metrics, the framework identifies the investment's downside, revealing assets that are structurally or financially broken. This structure creates an agentic enterprise. The AI performs the heavy computational math, empowering the consultant to provide seasoned, strategic judgment. He proved the system works in a live laboratory, taking over the management of Sun Shooter's Bar and Grill. The baseline reality was a struggling venue generating only 68 million rupiah a month, with staff drowning in manual administrative tasks. He integrated simple AI sidekicks, like WhatsApp booking bots, OCR invoice scanners, and predictive ordering systems, alongside strictly enforced floor standards. Owner operational time dropped to 15 minutes a day, and revenue tripled to nearly 300 million rupiah within months. The trajectory from the chaos of unlicensed boxing to the mastery of high-volume hospitality provided the operational scars needed to build the Lumindra ecosystem. The future of business relies on using AI to absorb operational chaos. That isolation frees humans to do what machines never can: lead with empathy and build real connection.